Hey y'all, over here doing some cooking. Tonight we're having some boneless pork chops with some smashed or mashed, however you people say them, sweet taters. And I like to cook my pork chops with, I like to saute onions, garlic, and apples to go with it. I know some people are saying apples, but apples and pork actually pair really well together. So, in a skillet or a frying pan, however you want to say it, over medium heat, we got a little bit of coconut oil in it. You can use some cinnamon sugar butter if you wanted, or some regular butter. But so now what we're going to do is just take our pork chops, a little fresh cracked black pepper on them, and then just a little salt. Grinder's called. Okay, so on a medium heat, we got this skillet already heating up. We're going to sear the pork chops on each side 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, we're going to do 2 at a time. You don't want to overcrowd your pan. You want to hear that sizzle of your pan when you put your pork chops in. You don't want to put your meat into a cold pan. Don't forget to season the other side. A lot of people season one side, but you need to season both sides. Get that out of my way. Okay, and then, like I said, we're going to just do that 3 to 4 minutes on each side. Then I just got a pie pan. I'm going to put them in the pie pan and set them in the oven just to keep them warm, because then we're going to finish them off when we come back. Get them going. And while that's going, I've already thinly sliced our onions. As you can see, you want your onions thin sliced. I've already done that one onion. We got some garlic. It looks like about 4 cloves, maybe 5. Then we have we have a couple apples. And we're going to thinly slice them too. Then we're going to saute the onions and the apples and the garlic in this pan. And we got the pork chops in. See that nice crust right there? That's what we're looking for. We want the nice crust on them. We're not cooking these all the way through right now. We're just browning them to get a crust on them. We're not cooking them all the way through. They will be put back in the pan to be finished. Then you just, while you're doing that, you take your apples, make sure you wash them. Don't peel them, leave the skin on. Thinly sliced. I know people are going to be cringing at that knife. So am I. Run that knife through the sharpener for a minute. So just thinly slice your apples. Don't forget about your pork. Granny Smith works the best, but you can use any kind of apples you have on hand. Okay. So now, like I said, we're going to take our pork. After a few minutes on each side, we're going to put it in the oven. The oven's not turned on, but just put it in the oven to keep it warm. And then I'm going to finish slicing up these apples, and then we'll be right back with you. Alright, so we got our pork chops browned on both sides. We're going to put them in here with these. Put them in the oven. Let them rest for a minute. Now within the same pan with all this pan drippings that we got, that's where we're going to take our onions. And as you can see, the onions are going to pick up all of them pan droppings for us. Going to put a little salt on the onions. You don't have to, but I put salt on everything. But now we're going to try and break some of these up some. Pull your rings apart on them. We're still on the same medium heat that we did the pork chops on. Then to your onions, you're going to take the apples. Throw your apples in there with your onions. Okay. Now we're going to let this go. Turning occasionally. We're going to let this go probably 5 to 7 minutes or until the onions are caramelized. We got our sweet potatoes cooking over here. We're going to cook them until they're fork tender. Let them go a little bit longer. Okay, and now once our apples and onions are done, like I said, we're going to caramelize the onions. Then once that's done, then we're going to add the garlic that I chopped up, that I showed you guys. We took the cloves of garlic and we chopped them. We're going to add them in here once the onions have caramelized. So yeah, right now we're just going to hang out and caramelize some onions. Alright, so we just added the garlic. Let's give that a good mixing. Okay, now we're going to cook this until the garlic is soft. So we're going to cook the garlic down. I wish you guys had smell-o-vision here.
I'm telling you, because it smells amazing.
So we're going to cook this till the garlic gets soft. And then we're going to add the pork chops back in this pan. So just a couple minutes to cook the garlic down some. Okay. Then I'll go ahead and show you now. So then what we're going to do, we're going to take our pork chops that we browned and cooked on the outside. What we're going to do, we're going to make us a little pocket in here. Push all of your apples, onions, and garlic over to the side. We're going to take your pork chop. And another one. And then we're going to cover them up. Now you can do this in a bigger skillet, but this is my big stainless steel skillet. I got to get a couple bigger ones, but we're going to make it work. We're going to crowd the party here. Don't forget, show the love, cover them up. Just like so. Okay, now we're going to cook the pork chops all the way through. So they're not pink in the center anymore. And while we do that, then we're going to go ahead and mash the sweet potatoes. And I'm not going to show you how to mash sweet potatoes because I'm sure you guys know how to mash potatoes. So we're going to cook these until they're through, and then we'll be back. Pop, pop. Okay guys, so we're to the plating stage. Put your pork chop down. Your apple, onion, and garlic there next to it. Get you a little bit of the sweet tater mash. Just like so. Then you come back in this skillet that we cooked the meat and everything in. And put some of that homemade gravy. Right there. You can even just run over it right there across your meat. There you go. Boneless pork chops with sauteed onion, garlic, and apples. It's hot in this kitchen. I'm already forgetting everything. I know some of you are saying, ew, apples with pork. Tiffany did too the first time I made it for her. Give it a try, guys. Apples and pork goes really well together. Give it a try before you say ew. I think you'll really enjoy it. I didn't show you guys how to make gravy. I'm sure you know how to make gravy. If you ever need to see how to make gravy from scratch. I'm trying to think if I've ever made gravy on video or not.
I don't know.
If you need to see how to make gravy from scratch, leave a comment and tell me you want a video on how to make gravy, and I'll make you a video on how to make gravy. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, check out Gaming on the Corner. Help the nephew, support him, get his channel growing. I gotta wrap this up because if you can see that face I'm looking at, Mo wants his dinner. He's laying there waiting. He's ready for his din-din. So links will be in the description for Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. For me and Gaming on the Corner. We'll catch you all down the road.